Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We're gonna learn about major civilization of the world, and we're gonna look into River Valley civilization, which includes the civilization of Mesopotamia, Egypt, Indian, and also Chinese. For the first episode, we're gonna learn about Mesopotamian civilization, which occurs during the 3500 BC and above. Alright, where do Mesopotamian words come from? It is derived from Mesos, which is mean between, and Potamo rivers, and combine it to become Mesopotamia. Alright, the area between the Euphrates and Tigris is known as the Cradle Civilization. It wasn't a political entity and it had no definite boundaries. It is considered as the world's oldest civilization and the first of the civilized societies. It's gonna be a picture here. Here we're gonna look at four different civilizations with Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and also Assyrians. It is also the first literate society, which when Sumerians invented the cuneiform. Sumerians also founded the earliest cities in Sumer in 3500 BC in the southernmost area of the Tigris and Euphrates Valley, which is Ur and Uruk. The civilization saw its ends at the hand of the Persian conquest in 5390 BC. And now we're going to look at the government of Mesopotamia civilization. They had no unified centralized government and were consist of 12 independent city-states, one of which are Ur, Uruk, Babylon, Akkad, Lagash, and more. They had divine kingship, as most kings were thought to be chosen by God, be a son of a god and be a god himself. Famous king of civilization were Gilgamesh, Sargon, and Hammurabi. Sumerian culture was fixed for all. In 1763 BC, the Amorites under Hammurabi conquered Sumer and established Old Babylonian Empire. Later, Chaldeans established the Babylonian Empire with the capital Babylon. The city of Babylon was extensive in size. Its target and hanging gardens were noteworthy places of the city. Now we're going to look at the society of Mesopotamia civilization. There are four sections of the society, which are nobles, clients, commoners, and slaves. Women had rights to own property, and if they had a good reason, they could get a divorce. And slavery was common. People were able to hold property, participate in business, marry freemen or women, and purchase freedom of slaves. King and family, chief priors, high court officials, and prominent warriors were nobles. Freemen, dependent on nobility, were clients. Free citizens were commoners, while prisoners of war, foreigners, and criminals were slaves. Now we're going to look at the religion of Mesopotamia civilization. They were followers of polytheism, and mostly they were ziggurat. They owned land, did business and trade. They had temples, which called states within the states. Alright, now let's go into the language and writing of the Mesopotamia civilization. In this civilization, they created a language and writing called cuneiform. It was developed through the stages for 1,000 years, and there were pictographic, which means they were based on pictures. And initially, pictures were carved on stones, clay, and tablets. An example of cuneiform is Epic of Gilgamesh and also Hammurabi Code. Let's gonna look on the technology. During that time, there were metalworking, the first of Bronze Age people, and also they made glass and textile weaving. Copper, bronze, gold, and later iron were used for the metalwork. Water control, storage, and irrigation were also used. They constructed dams and aqueducts during that age. They were the first people to make beer and wine. The greatest invention was wheel, and wheeled transport was common in that civilization. As you can see, we're gonna proceed to mathematics and astronomy. A sexagesimal numeral system, which is a number system based on 6, was discovered during that age of civilization. The basis of the current division of the day of two sets of 12 hours, 60-minute hour, 60 seconds minute, 24 hours per day, and 360 degrees circle were discovered in that age. They use the process of multiplication and division. They also display the arithmetical and algebraic concepts. Sumerian calendar of 7 days a week was discovered also in this civilization. Lunar moon calendar Lunar moon calendar based on 12 lunar months was discovered during this civilization. They also studied the movement of planets, which led to astrology. They made prediction of flood, famines, and fortunes for the fate of nations. Alright! Yay, you're done with the Mesopotamian civilization. See you guys on the next episode, which is the Egyptian civilization. Bye! Assalamualaikum.